This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
They're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing is Eason. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They go play action with Eason. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing again. Eason. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, He needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And to give this time to the tailback. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Hoffman. This is caught.
That's good.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
First down.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And it's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, and the biggest one,
1 yard gain.
hold on to the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Hoffman. Harris has it over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Bills.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
9-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Makes the score Bills 17, Dolphins nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Good work by Eason that time, and it'll be a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
17-0 our score after 1.
The score, Bills 17, Dolphins nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun is Eason. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Now they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Hoffman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now they try the right side here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brought down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun on third down, Hoffman. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Gain of 52 yards.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Number 82.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off play action. Hoffman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. He's got this one completed to Mims. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 30-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Eason. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Eason. He'll air this one out for Mims. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
And it's 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Eason. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set them up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Now a handoff looking right. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right back to him on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Let's go. Rock all 80. 57. Warriors 70. 57.
Operating from the gun, Hoffman. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
On first down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Complete.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
40 on the carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. It's a run for Kamara, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
He was
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
2 yards.
Play action. It's Eason.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Hoffman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Good.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
7 yards there and a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one 28 yards on the ground.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Hoffman. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Eason.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Eason. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
45 yards.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Eason on 2nd down.
And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back.
Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point attempt to follow here. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game.
The score, Bills 37, Dolphins 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
36-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
57. 57. Mike, 57. Better bring. You better bring.
From the gun, Hoffman. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing two things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a bit...
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.